Hello everyone, my name is Damilola Akasoro, and thank you as always for liking, for sharing, and for commenting on my videos. So today I'll be talking about correcting misbehavior in children part 2. Correcting misbehavior in children part 2. I did part 1 of the video, and in part 1 we talked about punishment and logical consequences. I said punishment doesn't, when you use punishment on a child, it doesn't relate to the misbehavior of that child, and at the same time you are inflicting pain on that child. But when it is logical consequences, it relates to the misbehavior of the child, and you bring about a change in behavior of the child. There is correction. The lesson, the child gets it. Now today we'll be looking at correcting misbehavior in children part 2, and I will be talking about 2 things specifically. 1, accountability. 2, not attacking the personality of the child, rather addressing the misbehavior or attacking the misbehavior in the child and not the personality of that child. Now I'm going to give an instance. There are different levels of misbehavior in children. We have the low level misbehavior, we have the medium, and we have what we call the serious or the extreme misbehavior. I'm going to give an example which can serve as a medium level misbehavior and can also be a serious level, depending on how often it happens. I'm going to use a very common example. Now, the example is this: a child taking things that does not belong to him or her, or a child picks what does not belong to him or her. It can serve as a medium level and it can serve as a serious, depending on how it happens often with that child. So as the adult that you are, be it as a teacher, as a mother, as auntie, uncle, as long as you're an adult, you are expected to attack the misbehavior and not the personality of that child. And how do you do it? How do you touch the misbehavior and leaving the personality of that child out? That child's out, leaving the personality of the child out. How do you do it? You ask questions. You know the why. You know the reason, the cause of that thing in that way, and you should be ready to listen and to understand that child, because the child is the case or the focus in this problem. So the child needs to be understood. You need to get to that level of understanding that child and the reason why the child did that. That is the way you'll be able to address the misbehavior and not the personality of that child. Secondly, accountability. After addressing the misbehavior in that child, you let the child know, and the child showing that he or she has gotten what you're trying to say. You let the child know that if this happens again, you're going to take a step further, that is reporting to somebody the child submits to, a higher authority that the child submits to. And this is because you want the child to be accountable, as in you are trying to curb it, somebody the child fears. Most times we as adults, we hear our opinion about this children's misbehavior when others are talking, which is not meant to be so. You only talk about this misbehavior when it has to do with accountability. The truth is, you are privileged to be in the position to correct that child. If you don't know that, it is a privilege to know and to correct a child. It is a privilege. It is a privilege because you are impacting that child indirectly. So we can do better when it comes to correcting misbehavior in children. We can do better. 1, don't attack the personality of that child. 2, you talk about this misbehavior when it has to do with accountability and not airing your opinion. To me, I call that slandering or gossiping. So dear adults, dear parents, dear aunties, uncles, we can do better. Please don't forget to like this video. Thank you and bye.